I didn't know anything about Larnaca, but somehow Larnaca already knew me. A stranger knew my wife's name before I even introduced myself. A church turned me away, and there's a sunset here that nobody tells you about. This is my honest first day in Larnaca, and the day was only just getting started. So I've arrived here in Cyprus, in Larnaca, and it was a 4-hour flight from London Gatwick. Arrived. I'm staying at a beautiful place. It's an apartment. I haven't booked a hotel this time. So why an apartment? Well, it's just a lot more opportunity. Bring your own food, trying to make it as budget friendly as possible. So I'm just heading out for some breakfast at the moment because woke up pretty late because landed around 1 a.m. and then straight after that gonna do a bit of tour of Larnaca, so free roam tour. So very much excited about that. I've got a gentleman here who wants to get in the shot. You will not believe who that guy was. So back in 2013, I was speaking at a university in Bangladesh, Stanford University, and that's the host from back then. And he remembered from 13 years ago. And he was even telling me the story of how I met my missus. From her name to my own book to everything, literally word for word. I was like, wow, I'm in Cyprus and I've come across someone from 13 years ago who I could not remember at all. But hats off to him. Great guy. So spent about a good 5-10 minutes just chit-chatting with him. But I'm on my mission to find breakfast. So I'm ordering myself a wrap with Cypriot salad and chicken inside. But who am I here with? If you look behind me, my younger brother. So me and him went on a trip to Tunisia as well. We had a great time. So here we're going to spend 5 nights here in Cyprus. So different parts are going to stay mainly in Larnaca, but going over to on different tours across Cyprus over the next 4 days. So this should be a great, exciting experience. People traditionally just will jump off, head over to a place like Ayia Napa. Yes, we're going to go there for a day just to see the place, but also Troodos Mountain and also parts of Cyprus that many don't visit. Have a look at that. What's inside that? Look. You got the chips, you got salad, you've got chicken down there with sauces. But to put that in your mouth, I mean, let's give that an attempt. Yikes, I think my white t-shirt's gonna go absolutely messed up. Look at that, all that sauce. I excuse in advance if I look so messy, but this thing tastes absolutely amazing. It's the spicy chili sauce gives it a hint of flavor that you would traditionally have in a Turkish restaurant. I'm guessing this is exactly what it is. The Cypriot food is a combination of Turkish, Middle Eastern, and a subtle hint of Greek as well. So wherever you are here in Cyprus, it's a great way to start the day. With breakfast stroke brunch done, I'm now here in Finikoudes Beach. So walked across the promenade or the Corniche, whichever is the correct terminology for that. And you can see it's a public beach. And this is one of the most popular beaches here in Larnaca. And it stretches for quite some distance both ways. So this is the first part in which we're going to roam around just to get a feel and understanding of this place, because you can probably do a lot of activities, but a lot of people come here to relax and enjoy, of course, because it's a beach. But as we go through the day, we're going to go to different sites here in Larnaca to experience what the culture of Larnaca is truly like and whether it's a place that you should be visiting for your trip to Cyprus. So I'm here on the beach and I've got a bunch of friends. What are you guys playing? What sport is it?
We're playing in our balls, bro.
They're playing with their balls. Funny guys, them. This is the beauty when you go to another country, you bump into people, they want to come in, they want to join in. That's the feel, that's what makes holidays feel special. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, young kids, young kids. But have a look at this. This is a nice place just to come and relax, see a few sights, and you can see over there you've got the port. So cruises, you can go on cruises from over there, and I'm actually going on one this evening. So that should be a great one, because from the cruise heading over to Mackenzie Beach during sunset, because one of the famous things here in Larnaca, because it has the largest airport here in Cyprus, is you can see planes really low down flying above you. So that's from Mackenzie Beach, and that is during sunset. So we'll get on one of those to experience that. I want to share with you the feeling, if we're lucky, if a plane does fly over us, what that experience feels like. So I've arrived at the place where you can actually book directly these boat trips here. I mean, there's a lot of party boats, there's a lot of sunset trips. They do a lot of wine tasting here if you're into that sort of stuff as well on these boats, because Cyprus is known for its making of wine. So not that I'm encouraging you all, but hey, it's there, just so you all know. But one thing here is I'll be coming later on this evening, as I mentioned, but I just want to get a feel of just this area, of what sort of boats that they do have, because it's a lovely walk, especially with the breeze when it's a really hot day. Highly recommend it. So if you're planning a trip to Cyprus, you might as well want to do it like exactly how I've done it, because I typically fly on Wednesdays. Why? Because it's the cheapest day of the week to actually fly. So my flight to Cyprus for 5 days actually only cost me £80. Can you believe that for this time of year? So almost touching summer, and for to pay that little amount just to come Cyprus, and the apartment I'm staying at paid what, £200 just for that as well. And because I'm here with my brother, splitting it enough, although some people will call me a bit shameful why I ain't paying for his trip. He's 21, he's grown up, can pay for his own trip. So to know that I'm only paying just 180 quid for this experience, it's a bargain. So with the Cornish done, now heading over to the St. Lazarus Church, which is one of the most center point piece of architecture here in Larnaca. And it was built in the 9th century and is a symbolic, most iconic spot. Just around that area you will see a lot of cafes, a lot of places just to hang out. So if you are coming to Larnaca, it's one of the most vital places just to come and enjoy. And the scenic landscape, let me show you the church. It is absolutely stunning piece of architecture. This is the centerpiece of Larnaca. 9th century this was built, so hundreds of years old, and the structural design of that, just the look, the visual, priceless. So one key piece of advice, if you're planning to go inside the church, make sure you're not wearing shorts and you are wearing full trousers. It is really beautiful inside. However, the mistake I made is I'm wearing shorts. So out of respect, I decided not to go in. So if I'm lucky another time, I'll pop in. But this place isn't just about the church. As I say, the local surroundings with all these beautiful cafes and restaurants are a great hangout place. And the people here, very calm, very relaxed, very gentle, so you can always have a conversation with them. So having experienced Finikoudes Beach earlier on today, we're now heading to beach number 2, which is Kastella Beach, out of the 3. So Mackenzie Beach right at the end at sunset, but the walk here, you can see the sea over there, feels so good. The breeze coming, hitting you on the face. It's a lovely walk, and the scenic landscape. You have a lot of restaurants, bars, food places just to enjoy. And this is a really nice walk, the Cornish here. So you get to stand on the promenade part, and then you get to stand on the Cornish itself. So whichever you please. It's a calm, relaxed environment, so not so hyped up or not so loud. But maybe that changes in the evening, who knows? We'll get to find out later on. I mean, how good does this feel? If you guys are here just chilling on one of these spots, because that water is really shallow, you can feel the air bouncing off, coming onto your feet. It's about 3 p.m. The sun sets in about 3 hours time, and then we'll get to sail across there on a boat, sunset cruise. We did see a plane coming, which was really nice. So to be on that beach, which is going to be one of our final spots, yeah, I can't wait for that. Let's see how that looks. Does it really fly above you? I've seen it on a lot of videos, but to get to experience it, that for me is something. So got a fair bit of walking to do. So still haven't reached that Kastella beach, and then trying to see if we have enough time to head over to Salt Lake, which in the winter where the flamingos come. Set me up, bro. We don't even link to that side. Bro thought he could climb up and go all the way over there, just like how those guys over there are fishing. And he's reached a dead end. He's officially climbed Finikoudes Mountain right here. Mate, you don't have insurance. Come down. So even going up there, this guy doesn't even book travel insurance. I say, wherever you're going, anywhere in the world, don't make the same mistake I did about 15 years ago, not booking travel insurance. And I keep repeating that to anyone who travels, and yet he doesn't listen. I paid £2,000 having fallen unwell in the US just for the ambulance to pick me up and just to go have a bit of the medicine that I missed. Don't want to make those same mistakes. So always book yourself travel insurance. But we are here at the fishing port. So all these boats you could hire out, go out for fishing here in Larnaca. Very nice. As much as it's great having seafood restaurants right next to where all the fishing is done, there aren't any stalls where, like almost street food stalls, where you can actually just grab fresh seafood, whether it's oysters or any other type, just like I had in Essaouira in Morocco. So that's a shame that it doesn't have anything, or at least I've not spotted anything like that. If you know a place here in Cyprus that does that, where you're just near the fishing pool and they have stalls where they literally just sell for €1, €2 oysters, let me know. So I've arrived at Kastella Beach. It was about a good 20-minute walk from the initial spot we were on. So the size of Kastella Beach is approximately 600 meters from one end all the way to the other end. It's very calm at this time of year. It's still not peak summer yet, the time that I'm here. Hence why a lot of these are fairly empty. But it is a beautiful walk, and you would come mostly to this beach, especially if you want that fish experience, or eating fish and seafood at the taverns and restaurants that are around here, because there are so many. But in general, it's more family oriented, I'd say. But I'd say the first beach, Finikoudes Beach, which we went to, is a lot more livelier. So beach number 2, I'll probably give that a 5 out of 10, but it was a really nice walk. The walk, I think, is the highlight compared to the beach itself. So just popped into Milk and Honey to grab myself a milkshake. So I'm going for an Oreo flavored milkshake, and my brother going for a caramel flavored. Milk and Honey, Oreo flavored milkshake. Let's have a taste. And weather like this, very much needed. Not so sugary, which is great. And not too thick in consistency. Just about right, I'd say. And how much was it? €5.50, 50 cents, sorry, yeah. €5.50, which is about £5. Would you pay £5 for this? Let me know in the comment section below. Cars here have been flying through. Like, what's the speed limit here in Cyprus? Because yeah, it doesn't feel very safe when there's cars ripping through on a very popular route, especially to get to the Salt Lake. We come through this trail here and then we see a bit of a walking path into the lake, Salt Lake view itself. So this is the Salt Lakes here in Larnaca. It looks absolutely stunning. So why is it popular? Well, during the winter, flamingos come to have a bit of a dance here. So they come over. I believe it's their mating season, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but it is a really, really lovely place. But one very odd thing here. The fact that they have signs everywhere saying that if you do actually go down there, you're gonna be hit with a 2,000 euro fine because this area of land is protected. That kind of scares a lot of people. So I'm just standing here on the pavement, on the trail, but can't go down there. Now, is that the case? If you're from here in Cyprus, let me know if people are actually allowed to go down there or not, and how true that sign is, because I just saw that sign and well, that wasn't a pleasant thing to read, considering that this is one of the spots where you would want to come and visit here in Cyprus, in Larnaca. That's a shame. So I'm back on the port, jumping on to a boat ride for the evening, the sunset cruise. And this will be about an hour and a half. I paid £13 to be on it. And I believe it's the one just over there. So waiting to hop on. And this is going to take us about an hour and a half and then off to Mackenzie Beach, which is where we're going to stop off and going to see planes fly over our head. So that will be a great way to end the evening. Let's see how exciting this is. So on board now, just getting up. Oh, very nice, very fancy. Very fancy indeed. Mediterranean breeze is strong. I'm feeling really cold right now, hence why I got myself a cardigan, because I knew I would feel like this. So before arriving on the boat, headed back to the apartment just to grab myself this. As I say, it's only going to be 90 minutes, so not long. Paid £13 for my fare, part of the fare, £13 for my brother, so 26 in all. Worth the spend? Well, we'll find out once we complete the journey. But what they do give on this is obviously a free welcoming drink, whether it's wine or whether it's a soft drink, whatever you please, it's on there. So very welcoming hospitality. And this is the moment I've been waiting for. So right on that side is Mackenzie Beach. And coming towards us right now, you can see it's gonna fly literally right over our heads. The sunset feeling on a cruise like this with planes flying above your head, well, that is an absolute priceless experience. Probably the highlight of my trip so far here in Larnaca, just to experience this. And look at that, the sunset. What an absolutely stunning scenery. Look at that. Oh, which aircraft is this? Flying right over my head. Look at that. It is literally over my head right now. Look at that. There you go, traditional Greek dancing taking place at the back of the boat. Would you join in on the fun? When you are here in Larnaca on a sea cruise during the sunset, this is an absolutely joyous occasion on a cruise to dance with the captain. So I've just got off the cruise, it's right there. Oh my God, that has to be a 10 out of 10 experience. Why? Because of how unique that was. I mean, it was a lot more calmer than my experience in Tunisia. But what was unique about it is just off Mackenzie Beach, as you're sort of parked up there, the airport, oh my God, to have planes fly over you. That was a very, very unique experience. This is what makes Larnaca so special, because the airport is just there. Oh my God. And to see the dancing at the end, priceless. So I'm now on the Corniche trying to hunt for some food. Oh my God, it's been a huge, humongous walk, 30,000 steps plus across Larnaca, all the major hotspots that I could see. Now I need to pop into a restaurant to have dinner. What's on my mind? Traditional Cypriot food, Greek food, Turkish food, Middle Eastern food, all sorts of options. Let's see, whatever my tummy rumbles most for, I'll pop into that. So I popped into Tuck Inn, which is a lovely restaurant. Hey, have a look at that. It looks really great. So what's caught my eye is whatever's on the grill. So probably going to be going for the lamb chops. 5 pieces, which comes with French fries, salad, and a few dips. So this will be the final thing that I do on my very first day here in Larnaca. Having gone to so many different locations, we got to experience not only the different beaches that Larnaca has to offer, not only the unique experiences it has to offer, but also the church, and also parts in which perhaps it did disappoint a little, that there were more expectations in terms of the salt lake that I wanted to see, where the flamingos come. But all in all, that walk across the promenade is a superb walk. So it's a beautiful setting, beautiful place, because when you're thinking about Cyprus, Larnaca doesn't always come into the mindset, and that's the idea, right? To be able to show a part of the country that isn't always necessarily in the immediate thought of every travel planner. So if you're looking to come to Cyprus, perhaps give Larnaca a go, even if it's for a day, because how much did we accomplish in a day? A lot. And that's what can be done. And this wasn't done on any sort of guide or any sort of tour. It was simply free roaming the city just to experience what Larnaca had to offer. And here we go for the main event of the evening. Wow, look at that. This looks absolutely banging. Where to start? Other than the French fries, the chops are the main event, so that can wait. Actually, let me give one piece of the chops a try. We're given steak knives to go with it. I think it needs a bit of salt, but it is juicy. I'd say cooked to medium. It does have a fair bit of flavor to it. Something that is fairly quickly cooked on the grill. Doesn't need a lot of flavor. Just whop it on the grill. Medium. Good to go. Food was absolutely delish in Tuck Inn. Only slight caveat to that was some of the pieces of the lamb chops were really cooked. Some were a little too hard, I'd say. So overcooked. But all in all, great. Tummy filled up. Now, a request for you all. I'm on a mission to hit 5,000 subscribers. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. This has been a wonderful first day experience here in Cyprus, here in Larnaca. There's so many other places that I am visiting over the course of the next few days. Cyprus has so much to offer, and that's exactly what I'll be doing across the next 4 days as I visit Varosha, the ghost town, Famagusta. I also go to Ayia Napa, the popular tourist destination with all Brits. So let's see what it's like over there, getting to feel the night experience as well, but more importantly, the cultural side of Cyprus, because people come to places like this and just want to have their holiday but not actually get to know the root, the soul of the country. So I'll be going through hidden gems, beautiful off the beaten path routes to understand what Cyprus is truly about. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed this very first day experience of Larnaca, and I'll see you on my next video. Next time here in Cyprus, I head to Flamingos, where I go back in time in the 1970s and struggle to lift a rock. Click here so you don't miss my ghost town experience.